What's up, everybody? I'm doing my first vlog, so apologize in advance for my ramblings. But yeah, I figured there hasn't. I couldn't find anybody that was vlogging on a Harley Davidson, so or at least a touring Harley Davidson bike. So I figured, hey, why not? You know. So I'm riding. Amy in front of me. She's doing her own vlog too. So yeah, I figured why not. So I'm on a 2016 Road Glide Special, and I've had a lot of Harleys. Even though when I first started, I started out on a like 20-something years ago on a Honda Shadow. I borrowed from a friend just to see if I liked it, and I took the course on a different Honda Shadow. But then when I got my license, I ended up getting a Sportster, a Harley Davidson Sportster. So that was my first own bike. And after that, I bought another Sportster. Got a 2010 Sportster 48, you know, the big fat tire in the front. And bike was great. It's just that the tank, oh lord, the tank was way too small. It was a 2.1 gallon. And it was fun for around town, going to bars and stuff. But man, if you went on any rides, long rides, or any kind of like benefit rides, yeah, you were just on fumes by the time you were done. There's Amy. Hi, Amy. And so that bike didn't last long. I had that bike for maybe about 6 months, and after that, I ended up getting a 2007 Harley Davidson Softail Deluxe. So that was cool. Big tank, had a 5-gallon tank. A really comfortable big bike. Well, bigger than the Sportsters I was used to. And then had that one for a few years. But then when I started, you know, doing long distance rides, I wanted to get bags, you know, to carry my stuff. You know, I didn't want to deal with backpacks or anything like that. Like, that got old. And so I ended up getting leather bags for it. But in my opinion, bags don't really look good on the Deluxe. The appeal of the Deluxe is it's got that retro look, you know, it just looks like a really cool motorcycle, just how it is. So when you start putting leather bags on it, it just kind of changes the whole look of the bike and I don't think it flows right. Especially the leather bags. I know you can get hard bags for it, but the way that the lines, the bags, and the rear fender, they don't really line up. They make bags with lids that fit the lines of Deluxe, but they kind of, I don't know, they kind of go up way too high, and it wasn't my thing. So I decided to get a touring bike with hard bags. So I ended up getting a couple years later, I got a 2012 Road King, and with hard bags, and that was great. So I had that bike for a few years, and so that was awesome. And then when I came down to Georgia, and I started doing a lot of long distances, you know, going down to Daytona Bike Week, you know, going to, you know, across states. I really wanted a bike with a windshield or a fairing, and I didn't like the way the windshields look on a Road King. And this was before the special came out, where they had a special Road King windshield that looks really nice. They kind of made it, in my opinion, they kind of look like police Road Kings with that, clear glass windshield. I didn't like the way that looked. And so I started looking at bikes with fairings. So your only option at that point, on the Harley side anyway, is the Street Glide or the Road Glide. And so I prefer the look of the Road Glide, the double headlight, the way the fairing is shaped, and the fact that the fairing is mounted to the frame as opposed to mounted to the handlebars like the Street Glide is. Because even when you're on the freeway, granted the fairing's protecting you from all the wind, you're still fighting the crosswinds, because when the wind pushes against your handlebars, it forces your handlebars to either one side, so you're kind of fighting the wind. You got to hold on, and that's kind of strenuous after a couple of hours of that. Whereas here with the Road Glide, you don't get that. You don't get that with the Road Glide. So the fairing is mounted to the frame. So as you can see, the handlebars are free. So when the wind hits you, whether it's from a truck passing by or heavy winds, the fairing takes the blunt of it, and you're not feeling it on the handlebars. So you're not fighting the wind. So that's what sold me on the Road Glide. And then I remember when I went to Daytona, and I had to go out to Daytona in my Road King and got there pretty exhausted. But when I took my Road Glide to Daytona that first time, I was nowhere near as exhausted. Like I didn't have road fatigue like I did with the Road King. So that was pretty much sold. So it's been Road Glide ever since. So anyway, short story long, that's why I decided on a Road Glide as opposed to any of the other Harley bikes out there. Amy, though, is riding a brand new 2020 Harley Davidson Street Bob, and which she really likes. So yeah, so I think we're going to start doing some vlogs rather, and why not? Kind of share our adventures with you guys. We do ride quite a bit, so I figured share those rides with the folks. Now there's a 40 to 50% chance of rain, so hopefully we're on we'll stay on the not raining side of that percentage. We'll see. But yeah, so anyway, about me, I'm a drummer. I used to be in a band in Los Angeles many moons ago, back in my hair metal days. Now I just I record and I play as a hobby. I don't really seek it out professionally anymore, but I'm still really into that whole era. So maybe in this vlog, when I talk about some music, I like just about everything, but my favorite's always going to be the stuff I kind of grew up on. The Motley Crue, the Aerosmith, Megadeth, Skid Row, Whitesnake. That'll always be my favorite stuff. Alright, come on people, there you go, make a left, there you go. So I got a new seat. I kind of talk about that. I got a new Saddleman Slim. I've had my old seat forever. I had a Denny Gray weekday XL, and I had that seat. God, I had that seat forever. I actually originally bought it when I bought my 2012 Road King, and when I got my Road Glide, I took that seat from the Road King and I put it on this bike here, and I had that seat, God, a good 6-7 years maybe. So that seat was done. The cushion was no longer cushion. So, whoa, missed that turn. Gotta pay attention to Amy's blinkers. So yeah, I got a new seat, and it, and Saddleman, oh my goodness, night and day from my old seat of no cushion. This thing's got, obviously it's a brand new seat, so it is going to be, you know, more comfortable. But Saddleman, and if you guys don't know much about Saddleman, they use this proprietary gel that they use, that they kind of made their own or bought, whatever, and so they have their own dense foam, plus they have this gel core that helps, you know, obviously absorb a lot of the impact and gives you that support you need. And it also helps with the vibration, which is huge, because, you know, you don't think about that sort of thing, but when you're on a motorcycle and you're riding, and you get not only are you getting the vibrations from the road as you're riding, you're also getting the vibration. Here, she wants me to go. You're also getting the vibrations from the bike, and after a while, that's straining. Oh, this is that little fun road. A little hidden gem here in the back roads. Check this turn out. It's a lot of fun. For a big bike, it handles really, really well. They did a really good job with the height and the balancing of the bike. It is a pretty long bike, so you definitely take that into considerations when you're taking some of these turns. And you got to calculate that, you know, into your, when you're leaning, you got to consider the length of the bike as well as the height of the bike. Scrape, scrape. The floorboards do take a little bit of a beating, but all part of the fun. It is such a fun little road, though. So in the comments below, let me know what you guys are riding. I'm always interested in people's bikes and people's bike choices and why they ride what they ride and what their experiences are, you know. A lot of my friends, you know, I have a lot of Harley Davidson friends that I've met who Harley rallies and Harley Davidson dealer events and stuff like that, but I also have quite a few friends that ride other stuff, Triumphs, Ducatis, Yamahas. I had a buddy of mine with a Honda Valkyrie, I think it's a Valkyrie, right? Yeah, big motor. So yeah, let me know what you guys ride. I'm always interested. And not only will you guys ride, but why you ride it, and if you've tried other stuff, let me know, why. And I'm always interested in that sort of thing. You know, what your thoughts are and why you like it versus other bikes compared to your other previous bikes. That's always really, really cool. I'm gonna pull over to the side while I wait for Amy. There she is. That was fun. That was really fun. Hey, motorcycle friend. Man, there's a lot of really cool backcountry roads up here. So much land, it's nice. And surprisingly, really well paved roads. Like this is fresh, I can smell it. Gotta dig that. Hey, horsies. Speaking of like these areas here, I think the Rock bought a house. Dwayne Johnson, he bought a house out here somewhere. So that'd be cool. Maybe one day try to find it. Make a whole vlog about the search for Dwayne Johnson's house. That'd be pretty amusing. Speaking of The Rock, another thing I'm really into is WWE. I was been big time into him since I was 9 years old. Hey, skateboarding guy. Huge fan, so I'm sure we can probably talk about that. This Sunday is the, I guess by the time you watch this video, the Sunday just passed was the Royal Rumble, so looking forward to checking that out later. So if you guys want to have conversations about the WWE, if anybody watching is into that, leave some comments below. We can have a conversation about it. That might be kind of cool. God, I just love all these roads. Look how great is this? Traffic. Nothing better than really cool back roads with no traffic. That's a win-win. Trying to think what else I could talk about. As you can probably tell in this video, this is my first vlog, so definitely want some input, good or bad, and I definitely want it to get better. I want this to be more entertaining.